Lost hope, no lie. Got pain, got strife. Don't need nobody tell you how to live your life. Sometimes you hurt, you're so down you can't work. Couldn't see a better way. Trust in one more day. My heart, my mind is open wide. Forgiveness see me through. I'm free, are you? Friendships come and they go. Lesson learned and so. Meanwhile, keep an eye. One day break at a time. 'Cause love heals and love lives. And time will rebuild a brand new day. 'Cause love lives and love heals. And time will reveal a brand new day. Ooh, 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 come on now, here we go. Ooh, 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 Might stumble along the way, knocked down, that's okay. I have to crawl and I say, follow the promise of a brand new day. Ooh, 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 'cause love heals and love lives. And time will rebuild a brand new day. 'Cause love lives and love heals. And time will reveal a brand new day.
Woo! Mahalo, mahalo. Beautiful. Get back to this. Oh, good morning, everyone. Aloha and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. My name is Michelle May. I'm on the Board of Trustees. I'm also a licensed practitioner, and I get to share all the goodness that we've got going on here at the center. And you know we've got a lot going on, don't we? Yes, absolutely. Well, first up this week is going to be a 2-part workshop that I'm going to be doing based on the book, The 4 Agreements. So how many are you familiar with this book? Of course, it's a classic. I know that it's revolutionary. So what this is going to be, it's going to be 2 nights where we delve into the book. It's going to be a new and fresh perspective on something that is just well loved. So please join me. It's going to be this Tuesday and the following Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. It's $20 per class, or if you register ahead of time, it's $35 for both classes. And you can register and pay with Roseanne out back in the bookstore. So I am getting ready for it with all my materials and everything. So if you are planning on coming, please sign up in the back so I know how much to prepare for. So, and of course, if you can only make one or the other, that's okay too. You're welcome for both or one or the other. So join me for the 4 agreements this Tuesday and the following Tuesday from 6 to 8. And then on Wednesday, we've got Spiritual Living Circles in Kalaheo. That's going to be with Rebecca DeRoos from 4 to 5:30. And then that evening, we're going to have a wonderful, beautiful healing circle. And we're incorporating the singing bowls that Rita has. So it's just a time to come together to gather. There's music, meditation. We have a chamber of prayer that we do with all the practitioners and just really love you up. And anything that needs to be revealed, anything that needs to be let go of, that's the perfect time to come and do that. And that's with us on Wednesday, April 17th from 6:30 to 7:30. And then on Saturday, we have Reverend Diane, who's our outreach coordinator. She's been helping us to have events where we can go as a CSL community and do service. So that's going to be the Lidgate cleanup that's coming up next Saturday. They start at 7:30, and then they'll have, we do our activities. There's an opening. There's always food involved. And it's just a great way for us as a CSL community to be out in the community, showing ourselves, but also sharing our love. And especially at Lidgate, it's such a well-used and well-loved place, especially us as a community. We have our big events there. That's where we used to meet before we had anywhere to go. I know that the Revs have used it ever since they got here. So it's a way for us to malama back to Lidgate Park. So that's going to be Saturday at 7:30. We also have flyers and a sign-up sheet on the welcome table as well. And then the following week, on Tuesday or a couple weeks from now, Tuesday the 30th, we have our New Thought meet and greet series. We've been doing contemporary metaphysicians from now, and the one that's happening this month is Mark Nepo. He is an author, a poet. He's very well known in the CSL community on the mainland as well. So Roseanne Jones is going to be bringing his philosophy, his books, his ideas to share with you and to teach with you, and that's going to be on Tuesday the 30th. So as we said, lots going on. Save the dates. And then next Sunday, it's Easter Sunday, and we're going to do a very special welcoming and celebrating for any new members that we have. So if you have not been celebrated in the past, if you have not seen this form that's out back, it's just your information for us to know that you want to make a spiritual commitment or commitment to your spiritual growth and use CSL as your spiritual home, then this would be a great time to do that so we can celebrate you on Easter. So next Sunday is New Member Sunday. You can see myself or the Revs for any information for the form and to let us know that you want to be celebrated. So we'd love to do that for you. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for your kind attention. I'd love to introduce and welcome up Reverends Rita and Reverends Patrick.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Before I go any further, I want to welcome Doreen today and Phil and wait a minute.
The
East
but Doug's not here.
Rhythm Drum Tribe. East Side Rhythm Drum Tribe. Yeah.
That's why I wrote it down for my thank yous.
East Side Rhythm Drum Tribe. For some reason, that's like a tongue twister. Anyway, we want to fill you in on our music here. Those of you who have not been here, weren't here last Sunday. What's going on is Doug and Doreen, and Doug is Doreen's partner, have agreed to become the musical directors here in music ministry. Yay. Which is just such a blessing to this center and to Patrick and I, because we now have cohorts that will direct the music for us, and it's a really important part of our ministry is to have music. It's like one of the things that attracts people to come here. So if you're wondering where Maria Christina is and Barbara, they will be worked in at different times. Like next week, Barbara will be with us. So it's not that we've gotten rid of them. It's just that we now have like directors and a team that's going to be the staple of our music ministry here, and then they'll bring people like they did today, bringing this drum tribe in to assist them and bringing a really high music to CSL Kauai. So thank you. I had to say that. So, but thank you.
Right.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. The energy is just wild and exciting in here today. I can just feel it. So I think it might be time to take some of that energy and just kind of channel it in for peace. What do you think about that? Oh, Tony doesn't like the idea, just so you'll know. She's like, no, party. No, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go into some peace right now. But before I light the candle, or as I'm lighting the candle, that's not here.
Oh, didn't get put back in the right place.
Just so you know, we are free-willing to wheel in today. There you go. That gave you a chance to look at me from behind, and also it also gave you an opportunity to just settle in to this place of peace. So it only goes up from here, my friends. But what I do want to know, and just absolutely say for one of us, is that we lost this week and also gained this week an incredible lady, Barbara Marks Hubbard. And she is a visionary beyond and very good friends and godfather to the head's son. Yeah, and mother. Godmother, what'd I say? It doesn't matter. Godfather and godmother, if you asked her. So here's the deal with that. While we're taking time with peace, let us also take a moment for this wonderful woman who is not only is the biggest contributor and continues to contribute to us now. And if you do not know who she is, I would suggest you just dive into the internet and really go there. I want to read a quote from her just to start and get us into our time of meditation. When we experience our own desire for transformation, we are feeling the universe evolving through us. When we experience our own desire for transformation, we are feeling the universe evolving through us. Take flight, our dear friend, Barbara Marx Hubbard. And staying in this quiet moment that is called now, this moment that has never happened before and will never happen again in the exact same way, in the exact same vibration. And so what I know and breathe into and breathe from in this moment is that there is a universal flow that is flowing through and in everything. And it is peaceful. It is peace. It knows nothing opposite of peace, of love, of kindness, of power, of universal, mystical, cosmic magic. And I just bless this moment knowing that our beautiful, beautiful cosmic queen, Barbara Marx Hubbard, is not gone, only gone from sight, but is in every moment, is in every vibrational frequency, reminding us that this is the time, that this is the moment, this is the day. This is the day to remember who and what we are and allow that contribution of being God come from us and through us and into this planet that needs us so much right here and right now. I'm in such gratitude for this incredible spirit. I'm in such gratitude for everyone in this room and the consciousness that it holds. And as I take in a wonderful, wonderful God breath, I know that there is nothing any longer to wait for, that peace has arrived. And it is up to each and every one of us to deliver that peace in our lives first and then into this world. And with that, I am truly grateful, as together we say, and so it is.
I send my peace over the mountain. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the the heavens, and it returns to me my joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns, and it returns to me, and it returns, and it returns to me.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. So welcome again, everyone. I'm Rev Rita. This is Rev Patrick. If you just walked in, Doreen doing our music today with her cohorts, the East Side Rhythm Drum Tribe. I got it right there.
Wow.
Grateful for that.
I'll put this right back where it belongs.
So you are in a Center for Spiritual Living where we practice the science of mind and spirit, otherwise known as the word religious science. Isn't that a strange word? But that's what our origins are, religious science, because we mix spirituality. I think it should be called spiritual science, but spirit, because religion has a lot of words, but that's the name it was given at the time. And it combines spirituality as a science, is basically, that's what it's saying. And Ernest Holmes, who is the founder, wrote a thing called the Sermon by the Sea that he gave as a talk at a Sillamar where they met for a retreat and still do, the whole Centers for Spiritual Living. And he said that but I loved it because he said, it is a direct impartation of divine wisdom that has come into the world because it incorporates the precepts of Jesus, Emerson, Buddha, and all the rest of the wise. And I would desire that in our teaching there should never be any arrogance, for it always indicates spiritual immaturity to me. Others will arise who will know more than we do. They won't be better or worse. They will be different and know more than we do. Evolution is forward. And so we are forward thinkers. We know that there's always more information to embody, or more information to, if you want to call it download, whatever. There's more information for us to have, but we can't have it if we don't start where we are and expand from where we are. We can't like jump ahead, but we are always going forward. And that's what this teaching is about and why I feel so blessed to be part of it. So thank you. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Thank you. So, who is here for the very first time and is not afraid to raise their hand to say it? There you go. I see you over here. I know in reality we're all here for the very first time because it's a new moment that has never been touched by anything. But I digress. Who's here for the first time and has shell necklaces on? Yeah. So there we go. Okay, here's the deal. We know something about you that we want to share like with everybody. And I know you won't mind because it's kind of a good thing, actually. So shall we let them know what we know? Yes? Okay. You are magnificent. Oh, you are. But you knew that, though. But I'll tell you how we knew it, because we found that out about ourselves. So because we know that about you, just like peace, right? If I know that about me, I can see it in you. So that's what we are. So shall we all say it together? I am magnificent. And now it just starts, the energy starts to get in more because there's a guy, new shirt. That's Rob back there. That's Rob back there with the camera, and Jonathan's right next to him. And they're back there making sure that everything that occurs in here, and I do mean everything because I've watched the tapes, that it is happening on the mainland. People here, I know some people watch it from their homes, and we just want to say aloha to you. But we also want to let you know who you are, who's ever watching or whoever is going to watch on the archives. Let's let them know you are magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right. I don't care where you look. Just let somebody know who they are. You are magnificent.
You are magnificent, Doreen. Everything you did this week. Oh.
Stephanie's magnificent.
So good.
Jonathan's magnificent.
Doug watching.
Magnificent. You're magnificent. You're magnificent. Emma's magnificent. The tribe is magnificent. All right, you party animals, get up on your feet, your magnificent feet, and let's have a woo-hoo opening song, shall we?
Call and response, which means I sing first and you sing after me like a call and response.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me know. Wait, no, I'll do it again. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. And let me care what goes around the world. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, yes, I was really getting into it. And I'm into
And
it
you're
now.
on.
I'm on. I am always on because I am on as spirit in every single solitary moment. And so I know that power that resides within me resides within each and every one of us. We cannot escape it. It lives within us. It breathes us. It speaks through us. It does everything through us, as us, in our own unique way. And I celebrate that today. I celebrate that. And I know we bring that highest place of ourselves here today. We already have. As we raise our vibrational rate, as we raise the vibrational rate of this planet at the same time, that's what we're doing. We're raising all together in this one consciousness, this one mind, this one love, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful to be here today, to move and live and breathe and have my being in spirit, to know that I'm looking spirit in the eyes as I speak right now, knowing it's all a reflection of beauty, of good, of love, of peace, of harmony, of balance. And so I just take that and I give gratitude as I release this word, as I let it go, as we affirm together, and so it is. Woo.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing.
Oh, let me share all the good that's overflowing.
Oh, let me catch up those through the path of peace. Where's the path of peace?
Oh, let me
And let me walk the life of perfect health.
Oh, let me walk the life of perfect health.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me
me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy. Last time, here we go. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Yay!
Wow. I just wanted to calm them down before you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, can you hear me? Slow it down. Just ride the wave into shore here. All right, we're going to just slow down and take a deep breath and relax in our chairs, knowing that that chair is holy and it is lifting you up and holding you so perfectly. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with a thought as we just settle down and breathe and know that we are so taken care of. It's by Arthur Ashe, and it's called Start Where You Are. Use what you have and do what you can. Let that sink in. Start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. Thank you. start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. And so right here, right now, what I know is there's only one mind. This mind in its presence is all around us, all around me. It runs through me, for me, and as me. And as I started where I was in the beginning, it grew. And I know that it grew for me, and I am one with it, that it can grow exponentially in each and every one of us. And because I know this, I have experienced beautiful, beautiful awarenesses, and these awarenesses are for everyone. And what I know is that right now in abundance, everything is flowing beautifully and easily as I accept and allow where I am and move into what's next. And everything in my relationships is blossoming and beautiful. And what ought to go, goes. And what ought to come, comes. And it's peaceful and easy. And I also know that right here and right now there is beautiful creative processes happening all around the world and inside of me. And I know this because I see it outside of me, and I couldn't see it outside of me if it wasn't inside. And so all of these reflections are perfect. And what I also know is that health abounds everywhere, and health runs through us, for us, and as us. And I accept it heartily and wholly, and I allow it to flow freely through me. And I know that this can affect everyone that I see, and it lifts spirits everywhere. And so knowing this, I let go, and I let the law take care of everything, and I can just relax and be at peace, for all is well in the one mind of God. All is well in the world. All is at peace. As together we say, and so it is. By the way, I'm Star, and I'm a licensed practitioner, and I forgot to say that in the beginning.
Thank you.
We have a song that we're singing that we introduced last week. And this is to go along with our theme, Rise Up and Serve. So please sing with me. Music is going to start. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. I have goosebumps up here just saying God bumps. Here I am. Yes, you are. A vessel to be used. Spirit in you as you. Wherever Spirit I will be, I will be, I will be. Open your heart. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go.
Thank you. So that was Doug playing, right? That was Doug playing on the guitar. He's with us even though he's off island right now. And I love the fact that he can do that he can make those tracks. Technology is a wonderful thing. I don't care what anybody says. It's like God in action. Thank you. It allows anybody to be with us anytime we want them there. And someday we'll find out that it really all came from our minds, and we'll just do it with our mind. I know that. So, oh God, so much this week has been so much. I'm so excited to just share with you. I love the science of mind and spirit because I can use it in my life, and I can use it every moment, even in difficult moments when I'm facing challenges and things like taxes and stuff like that. Yeah. So I found a quote by this guy named J.D. Jakes, I guess is a famous minister, right? Yes. And everybody knows who he is. Well, not everybody knows who he is. But anyway, he's a famous minister. And he's real, like, kind of like really out there. And he said, and I read this and it just gave me goosebumps. He said, "We are the ones we've been waiting for and no one else is coming." We are the ones we've been waiting for and no one else is coming. Oh my God. How does that make you feel? Well, anybody that reads my blog will all have heard this, but that's okay because you can hear it again in a different way. But that's how I felt on Friday when I had left my taxes to the. I didn't leave them the last minute because I've been working on them all along. Because for the last 18 years, I've done our taxes pretty much on my own with a tax program that I won't mention, but. And a wise man back there said to me, "Why didn't you get an accountant this year?" And I said, yeah, we're going to get an accountant, but we just never did. So on Friday, I found myself knowing that we are the ones we've been waiting for and no one else is coming, because I ran into a glitch and it was time to file. And when I went to press the file button on this program, all of a sudden after I gave the money, and because we didn't have anything coming back, we were giving out, it wouldn't let me file. And I was like, oh my God, I put all the information in now and and I mean, I freaked. Tell you, I freaked. I freak really, I do. Even though I'm a minister, when it comes to stuff like that, because there's something like when a police officer is behind you, or when the IRS is behind you, or whatever, that it's like those two moments that where you just like, you have to breathe, take a moment, and remember who you are. Well, it took me a whole day to do that. And I was hysterical. We had the kids that afternoon doing our kids and arts program. But I still had this in the back of my mind that this thing wouldn't go through. And I didn't know what I was going to do because it was already there, all blah, 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 right? And so I'm asking everybody. I mean, I even ran upstairs because somebody told me there was a tax accountant up there. And I begged her. I begged the receptionist, "Won't she take me, please?" "No, I will not file an extension, please." "No, I'm a minister." I pulled the minister card. You know, they say, I used to, SOS, save our sailors, or whatever it is. I said SOM, save our minister. Anyway, but she didn't buy it. She didn't buy it. She told me she took my name on a piece of paper, but I had a feeling she was never going to call me back. You know, we are the ones we've been waiting for and no one else is coming. Okay. Anyway, so I went into the evening. I still couldn't fix the mistake. I didn't know what to do, and I gave up. This is what happens, guys, when we give up. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go have dinner. I said, I'm going to just go have dinner, and I'm going to go to bed, and this is resolved. It has to be, right? I still didn't quite believe it, but I know enough in this teaching that everything in the end is okay. I mean, if we just trust. So I went to bed, and I still had all that stuff coming up, and I woke up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. I guess they called it the magic time, right? And instead of trying to go back to sleep, and I was sweating, I really was literally sweating. I mean, poor Patrick. Anyway, there was so much energy in that bed. He said, oh, yeah. So I got out of bed, and I did what I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza, which is when you go into a meditation, you don't come out the other end until you changed. You don't come out the other end, no matter how long it takes you, until your energy has shifted. And now the reason this works is because there is a energy field that's listening, I call it listening, that's feeling us. And it's responding to us. We call it the law of our being in the science of mind and spirit. Call it the field, call it whatever you want, energy. Our thought goes out, and our emotions bring that, whatever it is, back to us. And so you have to sit there until you shift your energy, because if you don't shift your energy, you're going to just be creating the same thing over and over and over again, right? So I sat there, and it was like about an hour it took me. So that's like a long time to sit there. But I wasn't going to leave until it shifted. And this is what shift feels like to me. It doesn't feel like, oh, you get the answer necessarily, but what you feel is that your energy shifts, and you know everything's going to be okay. And you know no matter what it's going to take, you get out of like how it's going to happen. You know, like I said to myself, you know, what I felt when I came out was, I don't care. I'm capable of doing this. And if somebody needs to show up, seen or unseen, because there's plenty in the unseen world that can show up for you, right? And prompt you. I said, it's showing up. I know it is. I just felt it. It was like what I call embodiment. When everything, you know everything's going to be okay. You don't necessarily have the answer, but you know that it's okay. And I went back to, I waited to go back to that computer until I really felt it. I did my spiritual mind treatment to solidify the whole thing. And then I went back to the computer. And 2 hours later, it was done. In fact, like 1,000 less than what we owed, which was great. So, you know, and low risk for audit. That was good too. Anyway, but no, I'm very honest with my taxes. But yeah, so what does that mean? It just means that, and we do this in our life with many things. We reach out all the time trying to think somebody else is going to solve our issues for us or solve our problems. And it doesn't mean we don't get a tax accountant or a spiritual advisor or somebody like that. But in the end, it all comes back to us. We'll be going out looking for a tax accountant and end up with somebody that's, you know, it's going to reflect our consciousness. So we won't get the best because we'll be going out in a desperate manner and, you know, scared and thinking that, you know, something, you know, that's just an example. And this is with everything. So if we don't go out from that place and stay waiting for that place within us to appear within us as we sink in deeper and deeper into ourselves, we can't go out. We can go out, but we're just going to keep creating the same hamster wheel that we've been creating, right? And I know this is possible because I've done this over and over in my life. Why I fall off the wagon sometimes, because I'm just like everybody else in a way. I mean, I'm spiritually primed, and I know how to get back on when I get off. That's the difference probably with me, is that I don't stay off very long. I can get back on, and because I know who I am. And that's the whole thing, is knowing who we are. Because there's a power within us, and I say it every Sunday, but we got to believe it. There is a power within us that is just waiting. We're not waiting for it. It's waiting for us to recognize it. And when we recognize it, then it responds to us and starts to work through us. And miracles happen. They happen. They happen. We call them miracles, but all it is the power within us working through us without our fear and our anxiety. I mean, that's what I had, was all fear and anxiety, and I wasn't treating my fear and anxiety. I was bypassing it, thinking I can solve this, I can solve this, I can solve this. And we do that so many times with our life. Some of us, maybe not all of us, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So Ernest Holmes says, no one can live our life for us. No, get that. Nobody's coming to help us, and nobody can live our life for us. I mean, all these people that did come to help us, Barbara Marx Hubbard, you know, Jesus, Emerson, whoever they are, whoever you believe in, Buddha, you know, any of these spiritual, amazing people, and the ones that are here today too. Yeah, they help us in that they give us inspiration, but we still have to do it ourselves. In the end, we're all going to be facing it ourselves. And no one can live our life for us. I really totally recognize that and believe that. And the thing about it is that I don't have to worry, because there's a power within me, a power within you, that takes care of everything. Even the worst situation, it takes care of everything if we'll allow it to. It'll allow us to face that situation, whatever it is, from that place. And it's so powerful. We can take it into our art, our performing. We can take it into our taxes. We can take it into our relationships. We can take it into whatever we call a financial disaster. We can take it into our health, and we can use it. We know now in science that our energy field is new in every single solitary moment. And it's waiting, like I said, for us to give it something to do. And what are we giving it to do? So anyway, I'm just excited about this. And Ernest, I like to call him Ernest Ernie, Dr. Holmes, our beautiful founder, and who went off to do his thing. I mean, he did what he did, and he was done, and he left. A guy that had never been sick his whole life, all of a sudden, he was done. He was done, and he had lost his wife, and his and some other things were going on, I think. And I think he was just done. In his last talk that he gave at Whittier, we know that by what he said in that talk. But he asks us, how will we be saved? But how are we to regain the lost paradise? Because that paradise is within us at all times. Call it paradise, call it whatever you want. Only through soul culture and by careful self-analysis. Now, a lot of people don't want to do this. They don't really want to go in and look at what's ailing them. This is not for blame, okay? Please don't think of it as blame. Think of it as responsibility. You have responsibility for your life. And what you're looking at in your life is what you've created. Whether they're the people in your life, the experiences we're having, all of it. We've all created this. Is it bad? Is it good? It's not. It just is. So we have to be able to go in to regain the lost paradise and have careful self-analysis. And he goes, these are questions you can ask. What is my viewpoint of life? Your viewpoint of life is, I know for myself, that makes a big difference. How you're looking in that mirror of life is what's being reflected back to you. What is my viewpoint of life? This is a question each should ask himself, herself. What do I feel my relationship to the great whole to be? What do I feel my relationship is to the everything, to the whole, to God, to spirit, whatever you call it? Do you feel like it's outside of you, kind of waiting for something? Do you feel like you're embodying it and that you're living from that place? What's your relationship to it? Do you believe it? Do you feel it? Yeah. And then, what do I believe about the cause back of all? That energy back of all, that cause, that power that's working back of all. And what do you believe? Do you believe it's like some bad thing? Do you believe in a judgmental power? Do you believe, what do you believe? Or do you believe it's love? Do you believe it's capable of doing anything? And from where comes discouragement, fear, doubt, and calamity? Where does it come from? It cannot proceed from the eternal source, that perfect font of life. It can't, because that life is perfect. It's never been touched by anything. It doesn't know anything besides what we give it. It can't respond to us. We can only know God's Spirit as we are. That's the only way. And we all know it different. There's a whole bunch of people today all around the world celebrating Palm Sunday. They're going to be celebrating Easter. They're going to be celebrating Passover this week. And that's the way they reach their spirit, their God. But it's only one God, right? And that's what we celebrate in this philosophy, the one power, the one God, the one light, the one love that we know that we're all in and we're all expressing it differently. So I'll just go back to my original quote. We are the ones we've been waiting for, and no one else is coming. Do you want to say it with me? And really, we are the ones we've been waiting for, and no one else is coming. We are it. We are powerful. We are love. We can do anything. We are working with the unlimited. And so it is. Yeah.
Well, how about low? By the beach. All right, here we go. We are the ones, we are the ones. We are the ones, we are the ones. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the mothers who breathe with Mother Earth. We are the fathers blessed with gentle strength. The sisters and the brothers respected hand in hand. The sons and the daughters who walk upon this sacred land. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the seekers, the masters and the teachers, the leaders and peacemakers. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Let me hear you sing. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Tell me who you are. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Who are you? We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting. Last time, we are the ones that we've been waiting for.
Mahalo. Now it's decreased its words now. Tribe. It went from all these long, and then it's like, the tribe. Now, mahalo, tribe. Wow. I'm sorry that we don't have enough energy going on here today. I apologize for the serenity in which we are playing. Oh, my. Well, this is perfect because I did not know Where are you? Yeah, I did not know exactly what this song was and everything, but I was called upon by the Hopi elders. And it was so funny because I ran into this, and we are the ones we have been waiting for, right? And the Hopi elders, it was very interesting because I looked at when this was written that I'm about to read you, and it was 2001, October, right after 9/11. And we still need to listen to what the Hopi elders are telling us. So, now that I've completely opened this up and everything's flying all over, Rita, just for information. But before I tell you about the Hopi elders, I just want to, because I always like to kind of tag on Rita, right? It wasn't that I was never present during any of those moments that she was having. I was sitting over there going, it would be nice if she had a husband or something that could have worked with her, treated for her. And so I just wanted to let you know, I was up at 4:30 in the morning because her vibration was frequencing all over that home. And so I got up and we had a little chat, did we not? You know, it always comes back to me, no matter how we work this. But I was sitting over there, not insecure. I was over there going, doesn't she have anybody in her life that can give her a hand right now? Oh, me. So anyway, I just want to say on that note that this woman is Wonder Woman. And she came through in and practiced what she preached, and she walked her talk. And she got up and she said, I don't care what's going on here. And then I had a little meltdown too because I thought they took the money already. And so I was like, I am calm, they took the money. No, oh man, now I got to go treat again. That's why we need the Hopi elders, by the way. You have been telling the people that it is the 11th hour. Now you must go back and tell the people that this is the hour. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. You might know some of them. They will try to hold on to the shores. They will feel they are being torn apart and they will suffer greatly. No, the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above water, see who is in there and celebrate. And there's more. For the moment that we do, let me just go back because I got so excited that the river went over my head. And glasses, oh sweet glasses. I'm going back. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above the water, see who is in there and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing. Oh, hold on. We're to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment that we do, our spiritual growth and journey comes to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. I love this one. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. In case you didn't hear it. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner. And we need to celebrate. We are the ones that we have been waiting for. 2001, 2019, the message is still very clear and needs to be heard, in my opinion. Wow. What this is all saying, now that it's out of its binder here, this is what it's saying. It's change. That's all it's asking, is for us to change. Knowing that whatever is happening right here is perfect and it's filled with love. Now, this one that Rita heard, this beautiful quote that we are the ones and no one's coming. Oh, I felt your vibes sitting over there. I could feel them. Not that, I mean, it wasn't kind of the vibe of, no one's coming, yeah, all on my own. That's not what it means. That means that we finally realize that the power is where we are. And that this is where we are. And it is time. And I'm going to tell you this week, my clear message, besides the Hopi elders, is we have one thing that we have to do. I hope you come back again, because this is it. You guys are all like tingling, aren't you? It's like, oh, and the prophet speaks. This is what's happening here. We have only one thing, as I've said in many sessions this week. You're not going to get out of not loving yourself. You can get in the river, you can swim it, you can drum, you can dance, you can do whatever you want, but we're not getting out of self-love. It is I listen to people, it's beautiful. I love this. I got this down. Yeah, I talked to my inner child yesterday once. It was really an adorable little expression. It was fun. Now can I get back to my worrying? Because I've really got I have much to fix. I have so much to fix, Patrick. I love Patrick. He's so much about self-love. Now can we get to really what has to be done? Self-love. Self-love. I gave an exercise, and this is all leading us back to ourselves. I gave an exercise to someone for 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Because everybody wants complication. By the way, just FYI, not everybody, nobody in this room, but out there in the world, woo! They want complications, they want steps, they want 55 steps to loving yourself. And they go, do you have anything concrete I can work with? Patrick, I need some tools here. Oh, I get it. Okay, so for loving myself, what should I do? Love yourself. Love yourself. And you say, well, a lot of people are not in that place. I understand that. We're not here to say, oh, yeah, get over it. But at the end, we do have to get over it. At the end of the day, whether it's a year or 10 years or 20 years, we do have to get through it. Not get over it. That's the biggest problem we're all having. We're trying to get over it. Instead of just being in absolute self-love and walking through it. Saying this is painful, this is that. It doesn't matter, because love. I bet you're all wondering what I'm feeling right now. I'm going back to love. Love. Because I'm so passionate about it that I can't even tell you that we need a whole pavilion when we move so that we can have the ceilings off of this, because that's how big it's becoming. Love yourself. I know it sounds really good. 2 minutes. I sat there. And they said, well, what do I do? Take 2 minutes. 2 minutes? What can happen in 2 minutes? That seems awfully easy. Yeah, loving yourself isn't supposed to be complicated. I just wanted to bring that. But I can't love myself right now because I'm too busy fixing everything. I love them. And it's good. I think we should laugh at it because it's absurd. To sit there and have to have book after book and class after class to find out how I can love Patrick is really something I'm looking at. So here's the deal about the love. So I sat for 2 minutes. This is what they wanted to know. I gave it to them. They hung up before the 2 minutes, by the way. I love you, Patrick. I love you. I love you. I love you. And on about the fifth, I love you, I could feel resistance in my body. I said, well, if you're gonna speak this stuff, you better be able to do it, man. You're on 20 seconds. Things aren't looking real good here, Mr. Minister. I love you, Patrick. I love you, Patrick. But what about the taxes? I love you, Patrick. What about this? What about this? What about this? And then I said, I love you, Patrick. And then I said, I believe in you, Patrick. I believe in you. I'm in pain. You're in pain. I love you in your pain. I love you. I love you. You're the one that I've been waiting for. I love you. I love you. We're only on 45 seconds, and it's like eternity, right? And everybody goes, that's so easy. Oh, no. They come back to me. This was a remark. Not anybody here. Because I don't want people coming up to me and they're going, were you talking about me? No, I'm not talking about anybody in this room. Let's just get that. Love. Love. They said, I was too busy this week to do the 2-minute exercise. No judgment on them. I was too busy weeping to judge. 2 minutes? 2 minutes? I couldn't love myself for 2 minutes? And I'm not talking directly to me. Do you get the feeling behind this? How important it is. And I said, you cannot afford not to love yourself. You cannot. As he says in a British accent, you cannot. You guys, to find out that all of this stuff, all the celestial, all the stuff that we're all the download, and all we were ever asked to do when we got here was whatever you do, just love yourself. And you'll be able to move through anything, and you'll be able to help others through your self-love. Your relationships will improve. Because we are reflecting, as Rita said, the very thing that we are. And so I ask myself, why is there such resistance to loving yourself? And the answer was clear. You were not programmed to love yourself. You were programmed to be loved, because God knows we've been searching for it for year after year, the lovable phase. We were not taught. But I cannot use that excuse any longer now that I know. I cannot do it any longer. I cannot say, well, I wasn't programmed. Mean mommy, daddy, uncles, schools. I mean, I used my first grade teacher for about 35 years. She called me stupid. She called me stupid. The reason I'm stupid is because she called me stupid. And it was like, wow, wow, wow. And so what I needed to do was love myself. Said, Patrick, I love you. Then one other little part of it is I said, someone called me about ho'oponopono, right? We love that. Now, who am I saying I'm sorry to? Because we're going to analyze that now to the point where ho'oponopono is not about analyzing, it's about being. And they said, well, who am I saying I'm sorry to? I'll tell you what I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about anything. I'm sorry that beautiful essence of Patrick Feren ever had one moment of his life that he did not treasure and love to its totality. That's what I'm sorry about. That my little boy, my little energy had to take even a moment to be hurt or to be set aside from the world or to feel one moment of feeling fat, of feeling stupid or feeling anything. I'm sorry I'm sorry that you ever had that feel that, because you are the most lovable person in the entire world. That's who you are. We don't have to look for love anymore, but back to the programming. We have been programmed. And we've been programmed to think that's terrible. We should love everybody first, do the gathering first. Well, I'm going to tell you something. We can all gather here, but until we love ourselves, we're going to be a gathering crowd of unlovable people. Until we can stand up and say, I love you, until we can all say we're leaders and stop waiting for that moment that start waiting for that moment. Well, I don't need, people talk about community, and we have a great community here. But we don't need community so you can get me out of some mess I'm in. We need a community to join in love so we can do the great work that we came here to do. And so we join together. Oh my God. Oh, I thought it was 11, but we still have 45 minutes. I'm kidding. But I do want to end on something that came up. And here's the deal. Friday we had arts, our kids in art. And I want everyone to know that we have a mission. We have got to let these children know who they are. Taking away arts and taking away anything else. I don't want to get up here and get political because you're not supposed to, but I don't really care. But here's the deal about it. This is why I know. We have 8 boys and 2 girls. That's what happens when you have balanced ministers. Just saying. Our yin and yangs are just right where they need to be. And here's the deal about these boys, what I learned. And these beautiful 2 girls that don't care that they're with a whole bunch of boys. We did art. And if anybody knows me, I have art scars. And you put a brush and tell me to, sketch something out, I start sweating and I get sick and my mouth gets all dry and I start, So these boys are going, Patrick, give me a hand here, man. Like with what? You want some more juice? Give you a hand? What do you want? Yeah, give me a. And Jai, who is the beautiful instructor for that day, Jai, and I'm like, I'm going to pass out, man, because I'm going back to art scars. But here's what I learned from him. We must teach ourselves first. We must stop judging ourselves and comparing ourselves to what's happening over there. I saw those boys and those 2 girls judging in the beginning. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. And I'm looking at these little precious lives and thinking, and we had a discussion for those parents that were here. We had a great discussion. If we're judging how we're painting a rooster, what the hell are we going to do with the other things in our lives that we're going to judge before we do them? And so I was in there, I was telling them, I let them know who I was, I let them know my art scars, I let them know everything about me. And then, and Rita, who is an artist, is great. But here's the deal. God, I'm sweating with all this excitement. But the final thing is, for us, is it comes down to one thing, self-love. These children, once you start to know that their self-love is involved, then you're free. So what did we learn today? Since I got 42 more minutes. No, I'm kidding you. What we learned today for me is that our Hopi elders have told us whatever that we can glean from this. But it's time for us now. It's time for us to write these things that in, 20 years from now they're going to say, do you know what CSL Kauai, you remember what they wrote? Remember their elders, what they wrote? Because we're still reaching back for something. And now it's time that we become those people that say, you know what they did? They broke a paradigm. Do you know what they did? They took the hamster wheel and they threw it over to the side. Do you know that they declared that they were lovable? And they walked from a place of love, and they transformed a planet because they were so much in love with themselves, and they didn't feel guilty about it. They loved themselves enough and never felt guilty about it. And everywhere they walked, people started loving themselves. And they didn't know what to do. They felt love in themselves. And then they went off into the wonderful world and started giving the love, giving the love, giving the love. There's nothing more to analyze. We are love. So we're going to end with that. Put your hands on your heart if you dare to. And you say, I am love. I am love.
I am love.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I believe in me.
I believe in me.
I believe in me.
I believe in me.
I love life.
I love life.
And life loves me.
And life loves me.
Namaste. That's it.
Just have to do that. Thank
Mahalo.
you. Mahalo. Okay.
I did mess it
All
all
these
up.
papers are all over the place, but that's okay.
It's kind of like the taxes.
No, the book just fell apart.
That's okay.
So this is
I
our
got
this
excited.
is our time of giving of our financial abundance, and we thank you in advance for supporting CSL Kauai and the mission that it has here on the planet. And we are a 10% tithing community, and a big, I think I said it last week, but I'm going to say it again, in honor of Earth Day and Sacred Service, Lydgate Park got a large donation from us for the cleanup, for the Lydgate cleanup, Kamalani Playground. So, yeah. So thank you in advance for what you'd give here, and there is an affirmation, our program we can all read together. I freely, joyously give for the abundance and fullness of my overflowing wealth, knowing that gift goes to love as it touches and blesses the spiritual living Kauai, my life and the world, and so it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful day. This beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My radiant health. My radiant health. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. My abundant life. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful day. This beautiful day. Woo!
And so what I know about this is good in action, God in action. And what is happening right here is abundance everywhere and in everything. And so this is consciousness in action. And I am so grateful for each and every one of us who have come here today and the contribution of that consciousness and what is in this basket, knowing that it goes out and comes back, and that beautiful, beautiful people live streaming. And thank you for all of your contributions. Thank you for this thing called love in action. And so I bless it, I know it, and I know that it multiplies, and multiplies and comes back absolutely multiplied, as together we say. And so it is. Uh-oh, the children.
I just want to mention for a minute. Well, I guess I won't. They're all talking. Okay, just give me one moment of your attention. Look at this. This is amazing. I just want to talk about our expansion because we have till October 2020 in this building, and we are looking for another incarnation. We have an expansion team in place and a fundraising team, and we're going to be doing lots of beautiful, amazing events to bring in more funds for this expansion that's happening next. So we also are going to have a visioning on May 5th. So put that on, is it May 5th, Peggy? Yeah. Put that on your calendar. We're going to do a visioning together as a community. So I just want to say that. And everything that you give here during the service, 5% of it goes into the expansion fund, and then we get extra donations too for it. So we're on our way, guys. We are the ones. And now look at this. We got to get these guys out of the kitchen. That's the big thing.
This is
and
Kids. Their new name is Kids in the Kitchen.
Yeah.
And so we got to get them out of the kitchen. How would you like to be put in the kitchen?
I know. So we are actually, yeah. All right. Okay, so are you ready to talk to us?
Yes. I was hoping that somebody else would talk. Anybody want to talk?
Go for it, Kelly.
So today we made some wheels of choices.
Ah.
Making good choices. And we listed different things on the wheels. And we also sang a little song.
You sang a little song?
And yeah.
You want to sing it?
I don't remember it.
What do you say?
Practice it.
Well, then we won't be singing that.
Wow. I'm just so excited about all these kids. I love it. So let's all know together that these kids are out of this kitchen and that we have a bigger space. And we are negotiating in the building for maybe possibly on Sundays to have a place we can put our youth program. So just know that for us, all right, in your consciousness. So shall we give them their affirmation?
Yes.
It's up on the thing. You are amazing.
You are perfect.
You are
magnificent. And we
Love you. And so it is. Woo! Thank you, George. All right.
Thank you, George, and thank you, Janice, for what you do with our wonderful
Thank you,
youth.
George and Janice. Yes. All right, everyone, practitioners that are serving today, please come forward. Dr. Peggy and Stephanie and Malia and Roseanne and Rob back over there.
Ooh.
If something's come up for you or something you want to know more truth about, you want to get in contact with that place within you, that's a practitioner's job, is to bring you back to yourself, to bring their client back to themselves, which is their highest self. So if there's something you need to know about, they're here to serve you today with a spiritual mind treatment, and they'll explain what that is. And utilize them, all right? So with that said, I think we're ready for our closing song.
Yes, please. Let's stand up. And this song is written for us to remember that it is time. It is time for us to rise up. So I'll sing it, and as you hear it, you just sing along. Here we go. Time for us to rise up to the spirit in our hearts. When we are together, we're stronger than apart. Time for us to rise up to the stirrings in our hearts. When we are together, we're stronger than apart. We are the hands of love. We are the hearts of love. We rise in service for the goodness of us all. You got it. We are the hands of love. We are the hearts of love. We rise in service for the goodness of us all, 'cause we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
So we are the ones we were waiting for, and I am so grateful for that. Now I can have it out here. So what I know about today is I am so grateful for everyone's contribution in this entire world and on beyond worlds. But I'm very grateful for Michelle and those beautiful announcements that she does so splendidly. And yes, and come Tuesday, she screams out too. 4 agreements. And so we have Luis, Walt, and Yana on the door as Malama team. We give it up for them. Stephanie Starrett, where are you? There she is, and our wonderful practitioner of the day. Rob Jones and Jonathan back there, making sure that we are globally out there. And so we also have Ron Stover, who could always use some more assistance back there at the hospitality team. And we have flowers by a whole bunch of people. I think it was Loya and Arlena and Peter. Yes, indeed. And we have the East Side Rhythm Drummers. And we have our wonderful Doreen and Doug, who is still a part of all of this. And we just say yes for your wonderful energy and this beautiful, beautiful time that we have been beating our hearts to for this whole entire service. And I am so grateful for our stewards, collection stewards, Don and Charles, who are back there. And most of all, I am just grateful for life and for the opportunity of just being able to be breathing the breath of life right here, right now. What else is needed? Well, I'm sure we'll think of something, but we're grateful for it. So what I say is thank you for life, thank you for life. And we just let that be as together we say, and so it is.
We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for, yes. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Tell me, here you are. You are the ones, we are the ones that we've been waiting for. Let me hear you. We are the ones that we, yes you are. We are the ones that we've been waiting. Last time, we are the ones that we've been waiting for.